just introduce yourself, what you think about the movement We Save People, Not Banks.
I'm Councillor Russell Quirk from a party that's newly formed in Brentwood called Brentwood First, where we've turned our backs now on the mainstream political parties such as the Conservative, Labour, Liberal Democrat, to make sure that we as elected members of the public here in Brentwood actually stand up and say what's best for the public, rather than perhaps politicians that generally stand up and just say what's best for them in terms of their own self-protection. I've always supported firefighters. I've got a long history here in Brentwood, going back a couple of years now, supporting the watches here at Brentwood Fire Station, where they've rallied against the potential, in fact, as has now happened, the doing away with 2 full-time fire crews, whereby there's just 1 full-time fire crew and a retained crew. I hate to say, I think we're going to see the effects of that in the not too distant future, in terms of response rates increasing and probably injuries and deaths increasing, and I think that's just inevitable. I think these guys, what they're doing here today, and have done many times, walking the streets trying to raise the profile of their plight, if you like, whilst politicians sit in Westminster working perhaps 20-21 hours a week with their gold-plated pensions themselves, you know, preaching austerity as they do. And again, whether it's the red party, the blue party, the yellow party, you know, this austerity thing, as they keep saying, is supposed to cover everybody and affect everybody, and really it doesn't, because it's the haves that have and the have-nots that I'm afraid keep getting things taken away from them. It's got to stop, and if this austerity thing, ideological or not, has to prevail, then it has to apply to everybody. But what you have to also do, in my considered opinion, is to make sure that when it comes to things like police, ambulance, firefighters and emergency services generally, surely an element of what they do, particularly coverage and response times, ends up being sacrosanct. You know, this is people's lives we're dealing with. And I think while people like Chief Fire Officer Johnson in Chelmsford continue to spend money on cars and opulent shag pile carpets, water features, trips abroad and so on, flawed IT projects, etc., while these guys, you know, end up dwindling in numbers as far as full-time firefighters are concerned, I think it's an utter outrage, and I wish them the absolute best and the very best of luck in terms of raising the profile of firefighters' plight, not just in Essex but across the UK.
Okay, thank you very much.